Pisces, I feel like you're going to get some type of bolt of insight, a bolt of energy, a realization. Like, I felt it in my foot, to be honest, my left foot. I felt like a lightning strike type of energy, a bolt of something. Something's coming in to wake you up in terms of the general energies in June and in your career, Pisces. It's as if, you know, lightning needs to strike to maybe clear the trees from your path, right? Like you need to see something ignite. I feel as though to wake you up to the reality that you have choices to make. Yeah. You have choices to make. What are your values? What are your morals? What is your driving motivation for the things that you do? Are you committed to things that don't align with how you actually feel? Okay. Are you making verbal commitments that you're not going to be able to get yourself out of later, or saying things that are going to tarnish the commitments that you've made? Are you rushing into commitments? Have you put yourself in a cage waiting for this certain financial opportunity to appear? Like, do you feel that it's almost as like you did all the schooling you were supposed to do, and you did like all the shell start, you know, like the groundwork, but then everything got put on hold. Partially, I believe, because of a mentality. This belief that you needed more money to keep it going, or you needed to invest in other things while you were getting this off the ground. And also, I feel as though somehow your mental state, this prison that you've placed yourself in, is keeping you in a position of stagnancy when it comes to your money, when it comes to personal growth. There's this idea that, you know, plants can't grow in the shade. Well, rather, they can't grow inside. You know what I mean? They can only grow to a certain extent, right? Seven of Pentacles. They can only grow so far. It's like they're bearing leaves, but not fruit. You know what I mean? So it's like it can't bloom. It's not dying, but it can't bloom. I think some of you are going numb, like, to your work, like, or you're doing things to make you numb to the reality of your situation, because you know things have to end. They cannot continue the way they are, and you are attempting to postpone this imminent death, right? This imminent transformation, this imminent overhaul of the way you make money, of the way that you've been living your life. And it's almost as if you're doing something to cut off circulation to the part of you that is aware of how, I want to say, mundane your day-to-day life is. Like, it could be extraordinary, because I know that you have this vast, you know, amazing imagination, but in some capacity you're just like, no, I'm just going to stay here. Look, again, because the Hierophant, because of these morals and values that you have, this level of tradition, or because you're trying to achieve maybe a marriage. Maybe you feel like you need money and in a certain kind of job to eventually get married. Okay? But you need to embody this King of Wands energy, this boss energy, this take charge energy. All right? Or a King of Wands is going to come take charge of you. Okay? Are you brave enough to take control of your scenario? Or are those people, are you willing to create the financial abundance that is required to live the life that you want to live in a certain type of way? Right? Are you ready to move on? Are you ready to do something brand new and be victorious, right? Really move forward. Put your emotions behind you, right? Not because you didn't acknowledge them, but because you're overcoming the comfort level that you've been in. Hey, Pisces. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? You see the tower here, and I was talking about getting an electric shock, and I'm pretty sure in your love reading in May, or possibly your general reading, I told you that if you didn't make the decisions that you needed to make, that the tower was going to show up. I swear on everything I said that. And though this is a general reading, I feel as though this is talking about career, but there's something about your love partnerships or the energy that you're investing in romance. It's affecting this somehow, okay? Your overall energy in June, Pisces, is the 5 of Cups, okay? Overall, I think you're going to be hanging your head low, disappointed that things did not work out the way that you wanted them to or that you expected them to. And I think that, you know, you probably are going to go out and have a couple cocktails about it. But more than anything, I'm feeling as though, even though the tower is here, right? This hello, I'm really feeling like you knew this was coming. Like all the signs were pointing to the fact that this was going to happen, but you didn't want to believe it because the 7 of Swords is in the outcome, okay? So this is my you played yourself card, and you and Capricorn and I think Aquarius too also got the 7 of Swords. You guys are the only ones. Okay, so what's up? Why did you spend so much time playing games? Ugh, okay. So what Spirit is asking you to leave behind in May? The 8 of Cups, and then together, the Ace of Pentacles with the Death card. The runes that we have over here is protection and journey. So the message I got when these cards fell was you need to leave behind this old, I'm feeling like the 8 of Cups here is a dream. I think that for a long time, whatever this job offer was, or this financial ideal that you had, this opportunity that you had, that is dead. Like, I think that like I said, I think that you should have known that this opportunity was not going to actually come to fruition, but for some reason you wanted to ignore it. And I think that it's been your dream for a long time, or you've been thinking about it for a long time. Maybe it's something that your parents wanted for you, or like everyone in your family does it, like following a family business type of thing. Or you employ your family, so like, you know, something like that. Like there's a lot invested in this idea that you have. But this is not like if you had a business, it's downturning. It's like this new opportunity. It's something that has not yet been done by you. It was something that you were waiting on. And with with protection and journey together as runes, and they fell with these cards, I felt as though the reason this opportunity is not manifesting for you and you're cycling out of it is because it was like the safe route. It was you playing small. It was you settling for less than what you're actually capable of. So Spirit is removing it from your life because this is the Death card, not the 10 of Swords or something like that. Like this is an ending that Spirit must have, okay? It's something that must occur. It's a transformation that has to be necessary. And I know you're disappointed about it because you invested a lot here. You really cared about this job or this path. This also could be a job you've been doing for a long time, and you know you have to leave it in pursuit of something else. And you're just sad about it, you know? You're just sad. Because Spirit's advice, or rather, what door was open for you that was once closed? Page of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the runes we have here are joy and self. So what's interesting is, you know, to see the 5 of Swords as a door that's now open is like nobody's excited about that, right? So I'm feeling like you're finally going to be able to see, Pisces, how in some regard, the things that you've been pursuing to make you happy and just you happy have actually been more of a drain on you than something positive. Like I said before, if this is the cards that made me feel like love was involved somehow, because it's like this is you in a relationship, Pisces, and because you've been like so worried about yourself and potentially even ignoring the fact that this opportunity is now going to come to an end, you then almost open a can of worms is what I want to say. It's like you losing this opportunity opens a can of worms with your spouse to have an argument. And you're just trying to make yourself happy, right? You're just trying to make yourself happy. So you're telling them whatever they want to hear. And I told Pisces that before. I know I did last month. Or people are telling you whatever you want to hear to make you happy. Same thing. Okay, it can go either way. It can go either way. For some of you, it may be arguments with your children because you're just trying to get them to do what you feel they need to do, right? Because like you have your own agenda and you have things that you want to do, things to make you happy, and they're just giving you backlash after backlash, like they're not having it. I also feel like you're finally going to see, Pisces, how you've been giving your power away in pursuit of trying to make yourself happy. In some regard, like you would think if you're trying to make yourself happy, you're not giving your power away. But like I'm telling you, this disappointment feels like something that you knew was looming. You knew this disappointment was looming. Because this tower, we don't just get the tower like out of nowhere, to be honest, in my opinion. Like the tower comes with some warning signs if you're paying attention. But this is when Spirit has to intervene because the change that is not happening, the change that you're supposed to make yourself is not happening. Because, so in the present, we have the tower in your thoughts, in your heart, the King of Pentacles, and in your foundation, the King of Wands. And the rune we have here is prosperity. So since it fell on the tower, I think that the realization or the shocking news that you're going to receive is around your job. Possibly delivered by a boss, right? By a fire sign boss or just any employer in general. Someone that's very headstrong, not a lot like you, okay? Not reserved. What's interesting in your heart, you have the King of Pentacles. So one, I know that financial stability is really what you're after. But also, this energy feels very stubborn to me. I feel as though you think you can continue to live life the way you've been living and more money is supposed to come in. But that's not how that works. You need to use your courage. You need to use your inspiration. You need to use that passion that you do have inside you. You might not ever let it out, Pisces, but you do have it. And that, right? Taking action. There's just a sense of taking action. Like, you need to take action. This level of comfort, right? Comfort does not come from, being upset about what is no longer available to us. It's about moving forward, being able to pick up the pieces, 8 of Cups, pick up the pieces and walk forward. Mature, right? There's a sense of maturing with the 8 of Cups. You coming into a higher knowing of not only yourself, but of what really matters to you. Okay? And Spirit's advice for you, the Chariot, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. And the rune we have here is constraint. So now, that's the opposite of the Chariot, because the Chariot talks about being victorious and moving forward, and making progress on your dreams and really acknowledging the fact that you're leveling up, right? But you go from the 7 here to the 6 in the outcome, right? You downgrade from the Chariot to the Lovers. So with the Page of Pentacles here and the rune constraint, there's some financial opportunity that is getting the brakes locked on it. And plus, when you see the Page of Pentacles, that's the beginning stage, right? That's you just beginning to study and really fancy an idea, right? Because it went from like, oh, would you like this job? Oh, yeah, I'd love this job. That means a lot to me. And then you realize like it's not at all what it seems. And there's someone else involved also. I meant to say that. There's somebody else involved in this decision with your prosperity. This this realization you have, okay? And I don't think it's a King of Pentacles. I think any energy that comes up in the heart space, unless we're talking about love, is going to be you and how you feel. So the foundation of this is the King of Wands. So a fire sign or a boss, I'm feeling like an authority figure, could be the one delivering this radical wake-up call. Yeah, wake-up call is the appropriate name here. So I think that this wake-up call, potentially this King of Wands, I don't think this is a Cancer. I feel like this is the Chariot energy. I think this King of Wands is delivering a pump the brakes type of energy on your plans and making you like go back to square one type of thing. Like you thought you were ready to, you know, to go to the next level, but you have to take 3 steps back. That's how I'm feeling. Because in the outcome, at the end of the month, we have the Lovers and the 7 of Swords. And the runes we have here is future and success. So, I mean, this is what brings it back to love for me too, because normally the Lovers isn't love for me, and I'm going to go to the other way that I just explained the Lovers as well. But in some, okay, so for some of you, I think that you have invested more energy in your relationship and you know, your life, like your non-financial life, like just enjoying yourself type of life, than you realize, and that has been detrimental to you. Okay? So I think the choices, not only the partner that you have or the company that you keep, but the choices, right? The Lovers' choices. The choices that you have made have stolen from your future success. And I know that seems like grim or whatever, but that's just the reality. That's what I'm feeling. There was choices that you had to make, that you should have been making in some capacity, or you did make, hell, or you didn't, you know what I mean? But they stole from you. They were deceitful. I don't feel like the Lover's another person. Look. What did I say? 2 of Cups. 5 of Cups again, okay? Oppression, which is the devil in this deck. Okay, so you have bound yourself, 8 of Cups again. You have bound yourself to somebody. You made a decision to be with somebody that you knew was not good for you, or hang around people you knew was not good for you, or go after a job, or count on a job, right? Rely on. The devil is bound, right? Rely on somebody that I feel like was already showing you signs that they were going to disappoint you, whether on purpose or not. I don't think necessarily this is intentional. I feel like you should have seen this coming, or you felt it coming, but you didn't want to acknowledge it because, you know, the thing with the devil is, as binding and as like, you know, limiting as it can be, it's something that we often enjoy being stuck with, okay? This can also be of an addiction, your relationship with an addiction, your relationship with going out, your relationship with spending money, your relationship with gambling, you know, any unhealthy relationship. It could be an unhealthy relationship with food, you know, I mean, probably not, but has deceived you in the choices that you've made and somehow has infringed upon your ability to be prosperous in this specific way. Yep, King of Cups. Okay. Look at these cards just flying out. 7 of Wands. Yeah, you need to free yourself. You need to, the 7 of Wands for me a lot of times talks about setting up really strong boundaries. 4 of Swords in the bottom of the deck. You need to withdraw. You need to withdraw and reflect on the choices that you have made, whether or not you could have prevented it from going this far where it had to be extreme, okay? Because the Tower and the 7 of Swords to me are extreme. Like, when they get to that point, Spirit needs to be like, hello, now you experience a loss because you didn't want to pay attention, okay? So I think it's important that, Pisces, you really reflect on how you can set up strong boundaries, okay? I think you really need to decide what energy is yours, what energy is somebody else's, how have you played a role in what has transpired? Because I think a little bit you're like, oh no, not me. How did this happen to me? And, you know, we all make our own choices. It's like you made your bed and now you got to lie in it. 5 and 2 together is 7. We have 3 sevens here. Okay, that's very spiritual. Look at, I'm dropping shit. 7, 7, 7. Okay. All of those added together is what? 21, which makes a 3. Okay, and that's again choices. Okay, you need to make you had a choice. It was like A, B, or let me just sit here and hope that it figures itself out. And I think that you chose figure itself out, and now the universe is like, surprise. See what happens when you don't have strong boundaries? See what happens when you just leave everything up to chance? Because don't get me wrong, co-creating with the universe is important, but we can't just leave everything up to chance. We eventually have to like heed what we're feeling, sensing, knowing, and make a decision. And you know what? I got like 2 or 3 comments last month about one person felt my tone was too harsh with Pisces, and another person asked me if I don't like Pisces, and I have no problem with Pisces. 0. I don't have a problem with any Pisces that I've ever met. Hello, Erica Badu is a Pisces. How could you just not like Pisces in general? But I will never, ever not tell you what I feel and see. I won't. And Virgo, I'm double Virgo, okay? So my descendant is in Pisces, okay? Because I'm a Virgo rising. So that means what I try to embody or what I seek for in other people is the Pisces energy, okay? Pisces rules my 6th house, right? Spiritualizing your day-to-day life. And that's why I run a spiritual business, so to say. Trust me, I like Pisces, but I am the opposite. I am the reality check. Pisces is the ultimate imagination, and I am the ultimate reality. So we are opposites, okay? Meet me in the middle, my friends. Please. For the love of all things. Dang, you got 4 affirmations here, but I'm going to read them all to you anyways. I have unlimited choices. Opportunities are everywhere. Today is a delightful day. Money comes to me in unexpected ways. I would write these down, guys, and say these to yourself every morning. I love myself exactly as I am. I no longer wait to be perfect in order to love myself. That's a powerful one. The greatest gift I can give myself is unconditional love. I deserve to have a successful career, and I accept it now. Yes, affirm that. Affirm that. The perfect job is looking for me, and we are being brought together now. So if you lose that job or that opportunity slips through your fingers, another one's coming, but you have to believe it first. I lovingly do everything I can to assist my body in maintaining perfect health. I get plenty of sleep every night. My body appreciates how I take care of it. So I would suggest until you settle this scenario, I wouldn't spend your nights out on the town or like up late playing video games or, chatting online, because there's a lot of power in getting your rest. It seems silly and like mommy-ish, like to tell somebody like, get your rest. But for real, it's very powerful. Pisces, I love you, and I want the best for you. That's why before I do your reading and everybody's, I ask, please, Spirit, for the highest good of the soul's evolution, okay? Because that's what we're all here to do, evolve. I love you guys so much, and I'll be back in a week or 2 with your love readings. Peace.